Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to 5A first-round playoff action here at French Field in Fort Collins. Tonight, the Fort Collins Lambkins and the ThunderRidge Grizzlies are here to play what I would consider to be a great first-round game. This is Randy McCoy, my partner, Mr. David Haas. Ben on camera tonight. And we got a cool night, but we've got two teams that looks pretty evenly matched to me, even though the records don't maybe play that out. But I think strength of schedule makes them a pretty even team.
Well, and you look at the fact that this is that first round. Nobody's guaranteed to play tomorrow, so you got to let it all hang out. And we're going to see great effort from both squads, I'm sure, tonight. Across the way, the ThunderRidge fans have started to fill in pretty good over there. Welcome to those that are going to tune in instead of making that drive up I-25. And we see the captains out there. They're deciding the coin toss. The referee is about to handle that. Not much of a position as far as the wind tonight. A little bit out of the south. As Randy said, it's going to be chilly but dry. And for first weekend of November, that is pretty favorable.
Go in tight on that.
So the Lambkins have had the toss. They deferred. ThunderRidge is going to receive. Lambkins will be kicking off. And we are ready for first round playoff here at PC Poudre School District's French Field.
We were talking about the age of these two schools, and you know, Fort Collins is the oldest school. Fort Collins, well over 120 years old as a school.
At this time,
and ThunderRidge may be 30 years. We don't know how old they are.
It's just that growth in the metro area, but they've had their own history too, and we're looking forward to that. But first, our national anthem from the Fort Collins Pep Band.
High School Spirit Band.
There you go, folks, and you hear the public address announcers say, "Let's play football." And
with their usual enthusiasm,
you know, it might be a little chilly if you're sitting in the stands, but I guarantee you this is a perfect night to play football in today.
For the athletes, this is not bad at all. Like I say, it's not that cold. It's good for you to keep warm. You know, you don't think about cold, dry weather. You got to stay hydrated. It's like a hot day. As we're getting a whole lot of backup from something in the
that's the
PA system.
Public address.
But we'll be getting on top of that.
That was not us. That was the public address system.
Yeah, that's somebody leaned on a button and it carried over to us. But Lambkins is very explosive but well-balanced offense tonight. You got two athletes their senior year having just fantastic seasons. McKeon, number 3, we've seen him all year long. 224 carries, almost 1,700 yards, averaging over 7.5 yards a carry, and 23 touchdowns. Prolific senior year, headed to the Air Force Academy next year, and we'd like to see him playing up here at Canvas Stadium as he comes around. He'll be a favorite for a long time. Then ThunderRidge, Randy, their quarterback, Reeder, 145 for 248 for 1,700 yards plus and 15 touchdowns, and he'll throw it around a bit. He's had 7 picks on the season. Cranford, though, for the Lambkins, 201 attempts, 139 completions, and 17 touchdowns with only 3 picks.
That's a heck of a year, and quarterback rating of 118, which is just phenomenal. So he's had a great year. So we play 4 12-minute quarters, Colorado High School playoff football. Here's my partner, David Haas.
Kick's going to be high, but the wind's going to hold it up, be taken about the 10. Takes a bounce. They've got to get to that ball, and it's still on the ground. ThunderRidge is lucky that ball bounced backwards, and they covered it about the 21. That got everybody excited on the far sideline, but they do have it 1st and 10.
Well, if your heart wasn't beating yet, if you're ThunderRidge, it is now, isn't it?
Yeah, that was a momentary lapse. Well, like I said, they're kicking into a bit of a breeze, and that ball really hung up. Lopez got a strong enough leg, generally carries the end zone, but that ball didn't get there.
Well, we got a brisk breeze for sure, and
yeah, the flag's moving pretty good now, and so the little bit of tape on top of the uprights as it funnels down along the field. Reeder back in the shotgun, single back set to his left, fakes the give, slant pass over the middle behind receiver, but great one-handed catch, get first down yardage and more. What a snag.
That was Lynn, leading receiver, 440 yards on the year. Now we see why, huh?
Oh, Sidney Lynn, and he's got that big body that's the quarterback's friend there, because that ball was a step behind him, and he pulled that in, still took a couple people forward before they got him to the ground. So 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line of the Grizzlies. Snap, give inside. Going to be swallowed up. The interior of the Lampkins line did a nice job of stuffing that.
Really, I think both teams certainly have good offenses, but you know which team can actually play some defense tonight is going to be the team's going to be a walk out here with a win.
I say we're very familiar with what we saw the progress of the Lampkins offense the last couple of years, and we know that they will have ball control with the running of McKeon, but can you keep him on the sidelines and keep your offense out there and score if you're ThunderRidge? Reeder fires, caught. Pretty live ball, but a nice catch, but not much of a gain. Nice job of keeping that ball in front of the linebackers. Going to bring up a 3rd and about 6. The catch by Newman there, number 17, basically ran. He just got off the line of scrimmage and squatted in that zone. He was the safety valve. Check down pass from Reeder. Delivered it quickly, but nice job by the linebackers for the Lampkins, bring up this 3rd and 6. Stacked receivers, doubles both sides for the Grizzlies. Single back next quarterback. Reeder looks to his left. Pump fakes blocked. That might have been a fumble. Now the referee's already signaling complete. 21 Dumas for the Lampkins would have had a scoop and score opportunity, but heard the whistle pretty quickly, and goes to the ground and forced a punt on the first series for the Grizzlies. Preston Mosier, the sophomore, back in his first playoff game as a sophomore, returning punts, had a heck of a year returning. We've seen catches, and there, boy, that was a great job by the punter on a really high punt. Mosier gets a fair catch on his 24. The snap, was a moment of indecision. He had to go to his left, catch it, and get rid of it. And the Lampkins will take over 1st and 10. After forcing a 3 and out for the Grizzlies on their first possession. Stay tuned at halftime, too. We've got Chris Abshire from Colorado and up here tonight. Talk about this game and a whole host of other games being played here in the area for area teams. Rocky Mountain's on the road tonight in their playoff opener. McKeon set left, now shifts right. Collins will do a lot of moving and setting for their receivers. Give McKeon left side, bursts into the line, gets dragged down. Maybe gave him a couple. Nice job by the Grizzlies.
Well, we watched Mr. McKeon a few weeks ago carry the ball 54 times in one game. So,
one of the more incredible things we've seen on this field.
Yeah, we've seen that happen a couple of times in 14 years, but that's.
I'm not seeing it. I don't think he was tired.
I don't think so either.
He's one of those guys that thrives on the carrying the load. Motion left. Key gets around the outside edge, gets down to near the first down yardage and out of bounds.
ran for almost 1,700 yards this year. That's a phenomenal season. 170 yards a game.
In this pass-happy world we have now, and everybody's sit there. McKeon again, 3 carries straight.
Third down, and they ran
third and short, and takes about 5 yards. One of the good things for seeing Lampkin's big tackle, Banhauer, stayed healthy the last couple games out there. You see a lot of runs that left side for that Wyoming commit leading the way. Number 73 on your screen. The important one, he'll move side to side, basically strong side tackle is the call. First and 10 Lampkins at their own 38. Give again McKeon, straight up the middle. Linebacker depth and some, gain of 5, maybe 6.
Well, the thing about McKeon is if you blink, he could break through and go all the way.
Well, you better pay attention too, because you're going to have it now again going at tempo as we've seen them doing this. Senior quarterback and senior running back. You got experience back there, ball handling and calling the plays. ThunderRidge will, I'm sure, scouted it well. They're staying with three up front linemen, 4 linebackers straight across behind them. Quick little out. This one is wide on the mark from Cranford.
Pass intended for number 85.
Sometimes you do that just to get them going.
I was just getting ready to say that was for show, I think.
It's when you've gained 18 yards in your first 3-4 carries with your running back, but you've got to get those linebackers used to, otherwise they're all going to be crashing down between the tackles.
Coach Madden saying they did us a favor by passing. Although
fair statement. Bringing 4 up there, blitz coming, bringing 5. Play give to McKeon, steps through 1 tackle, first down yardage and more. Randy's got the outside edge, 40 to the 30, cuts back at the 20, still going forward, steps out another tackle, inside the 10 to the 4-yard line. What a run, Jack McKeon.
There you go, folks.
From the 43 to the 4.
43 yards. Look at this,
Give right to him, hurry up again, steps around 1 linebacker, gets inside, gain of a couple. Still second and goal. Lampkin's going at tempo, and they're trying to keep it that way.
Well, ThunderRidge doesn't know what hit him right now because
that was a savage run. They were
bodies strewn
behind him. Yeah.
It was a
little half roll right, cuts back underneath, got the linebacker take 1 false step. Second and goal, substitutions in by Collins, so they allow the same for the Grizzlies. Cranford under center now. Straight give, line up. McKeon dives, touchdown, Lampkins. He got upended. When he got upended as he went into the end zone, the ball popped out, but he looked to be well across the end line before that happened.
Number 17 on the defense.
Yeah, I don't blame him for trying. You got to put some doubt in there because Newman thought he had a chance at it. He just doing what he should do. He saw the ball and took off. Either way, touchdown, Fort Collins, PAT pending. Good snap and hold, and that got squeaked through. We're getting a replay on our computer beside that, and we can't see how too much.
Well, that was quick.
Stands. Yes, it was. Like I say, it's about an 8-play drive, and most of it was all handoffs to number 3, as you'd expect, and a burst of about 43 yards took him down to goal to go inside the 5, and the second carry put it in the end zone. So with 7:25 left here in the first, Lampkins go up 7-0. First playoff game here at French Field in a while where we have to see a chance. It's like, okay, we've got an 8-2 team, great season up here. How do you stack up against the schools that play the metro area the entire season? That's one of those things we got to know. They played South Metro League. In the league, they were 2-3, so a competitive league for sure. And they came up here knowing that they have a chance, but right now they're down 7-0. Another short kick taken to 23 by an up back. Steps out of 1 tackle, gets the edge, 35, 40. And dragged down about the 43-yard line, so much better starting position for the offense for the Grizzlies. I think that if you see the flag in the north of the end zone now, it is it's really picked up. Now I think that kickoff just demonstrated more too. So. Reader back, 3 receivers, top of your screen. Give right inside, picks his way around a couple of steps out backfield, inside gap, takes it down, cross midfield, out inside the 40. Big run on first down by the Grizzlies. Number 38 busting through there, Ryan Anderson, the senior.
Coming in 739 yards, Anderson.
Yeah, a very productive year. And just as you said, they're right back on the ball again. Reader fires a little side screen outside, but a little too slow developing. Lampkin's got beyond the blocks. That's a long ways for a high school quarterback to throw the ball, Randy.
Yeah, and you miss one block and that play's foiled pretty much.
Yeah. Well, and teams have seen it so much, so it's like you had that wide block. They had the 3 receivers stacked out there, and a good defender is going to say, okay, if I can run around that, I've got somebody behind me. I will make that edge. So loss of 3 brings up 2nd and 13. Need to get down to about the 27 for the yard to gain. Jet sweep fake. Reader looks downfield. Fires across the middle. Good ball catch inside the 20. First down and some for the Grizzlies. That was a throw.
Well, he doesn't have quite the stats that the Fort Collins quarterback does, but he's still thrown for 1,700 yards this year and 15 touchdowns. So
that showed some arm strength there too. That ball was delivered on a rope, and Lynn caught it on a little crossing pattern underneath the safeties, gain of about 20. Faked again, past the outside, got a blocker, cuts back inside, tackle inside the 10, not after a long gain, near first down yardage.
We might have us a track meet tonight, huh?
Yeah, Grizzlies are on the move. They're playing with tempo too. Tatter's on the carry, or the tackle, for the Lampkins. Don't walk away, get anything to drink till halftime, folks. This is a game with some up and down the field. Got that feel, as Randy's saying. Could we have a track meet type of game tonight? Up tempo for sure. Anderson inside, kind of tackled from behind.
Number 38, Justice Schumann.
Schumann on the tackle.
Second down and goal.
It's one of those things where you got that short around the tackle with the end there on that RPO kind of handoff by the quarterback to the running back. You'll see a defensive end kind of work his way down. Lampkins go now 6 down linemen, off tackle to tackle straight across. Man defense all outside. One free safety to look, fired to the outside and going to be caught but short. Receivers did make it to the end zone. It's kind of a little bit of a squat on the line play. They had both receivers there. I think that Reader wasn't expecting to be that close, but he delivered a strike.
ThunderRidge coming in averaging 19 points a game. Fort Collins coming in averaging right at 40.
3rd and goal. Big play here for the Lampkins defense. Gives straight up the middle. Faked, pulled back, and caught.
What a
in
play.
The flat.
Great play.
He really did a nice job with that read fake, left that on the belly of his running back. He got swallowed the line, step back, fires it to his halfback in the flat, and takes it in for the score.
I'm telling you, that'll quiet that crowd down here for a minute.
Yeah, and got
good crowd over here, too.
Yeah, got everybody across the way, too, from ThunderRidge who made the drive up. There's a good 100 folks over there here to cheer on their Grizzlies. Waiting for this PAT to tie it up. Good snap hold, and the kick is through, and we are tied at 7 with 4:15 left in this first quarter. First round playoff football. ThunderRidge takes the distance after a couple of long plays. Good throws from Reader. Into the end zone they go, and we've got a game.
ThunderRidge has a good history. I think they have 3. I think I read 3 state championships since 2000. I think the first one was in the early 2000s maybe, but so they certainly have had success over the years. We're used to seeing them come up here and compete in playoffs in basketball for sure. They've had some good battles with a lot of the schools here in PSD school district. Here the band came in tonight, so didn't know if the band be here, but boy, those flags on that goalposts are really.
Yeah, the tape's now switched around. The wind's now coming out of the north, and it just keeps flipping around.
We know what that means.
And here's one of those moments you don't get to see too often. The kicker has got a cast on.
Hopefully.
And the wind just took care of that. Just as you said, Randy, it really started to get gusty. And Alex Eckert there, the junior, runs up to it. They'll give him one more, but the wind blows off. They're going to tell somebody to come over and put a finger on it. Actually surprised the back judge didn't do that already.
No, he doesn't have a cast on his foot, so.
Yeah. High kick, going to be taken at the 10-yard line. Mosier with a chance to take it to the middle, makes one cut. Dives forward and the tackle brought down near the 30-yard line. That's where the Lampkins will start.
Well, we saw Mr. Moser have a game a couple of weeks ago, and he has become a weapon as well in the passing game.
Yeah, no, they've got...
And the return game, too.
The return game where he made some big plays. I mean, they've got receivers, Campaign, Kincaid, Forbes, and Mosier, all with quite a few catches this year. Campaign leading receiver, 53 for 634 yards and 5 touchdowns. So expect to see number 4 on the receiving end of quite a few throws tonight as they have to start distributing a little bit. ThunderRidge keys on McKeon right away, and he's going nowhere. Actually lost a yard. I don't know how you don't have to commit to just key on whatever he does. Linebackers are spying him on every run. Now, everybody knows it, and everybody's tried, but you've got to make that your commitment. Otherwise, you're going to be here for a long night.
And that's easier said than done when the problem is that they do have a quarterback who can throw the ball too. That's thrown for 178 yards per game.
Back to throw. Cranford steps up, got room, got some speed. If you saw the umpire throw that flag, you know it's going to come back for probably a holding call. And
I think he knew that
because he had the first down made, then he ran back behind it. Yeah, and they're all jogging backwards. We'll wait for the official call, but everybody has that assumption. It's being marked off as we speak.
I know it's cold outside, but I'm getting a little warm up here.
So we play second down. And it'll make it a second and about 21. Spot foul in high school. But as we said before, McKeon can get loose, and that is not a insurmountable number. High snap, it's fumbled way back, it's going out there, and then the official threw a flag. I'm not sure if he's going to say there was offsides on the defender who was back there pretty quickly. Snap went over Cranford's head, and the actually the receiver coming back in motion behind him. Okay.
Number 68 of the offense. 5-yard penalty.
That was a break for the Lampkins right there when they had a snap infraction. Actually was the call, Randy, because otherwise that ball, the loss of down, and it went further back close to the goal line. And actually, they didn't have it corralled yet. The whistle stopped the play. 2nd and 26 now. And we've got another flag.
Well, we saw.
And we got an encroachment by the defense. So,
okay, I was
as we have seen so many times this year, somebody gets a little antsy and they give it back.
Well, we saw the Lampkins, get within 3 points of a good Fairview team, and then all of a sudden had a lapse in execution for 2 or 3, just for 2 or 3
series. And
series.
It happens, and then all of a sudden you're gone.
Don't want to do that in the playoffs because this is a one-and-done situation.
Yep. Every one of these plays even has more importance now. Blitz coming. Cranford back to throw. A screen pass trying to be thrown, but nope.
Well, they had that sniffed out, didn't they?
Well, like I say, McKeon had it. I think they've got their inside linebackers basically spying on him. It doesn't matter where the ball goes; they're going to look for him. So now you start finding out. Okay, if you're going to take something away to try to take away our running threat, one of the tops in the state. Where does that give you gaps? And that's going to be the Lambkins' challenge going to be. It's like, is that middle is your tight end or a crossing from one of your receivers? That's got to give you some room there. They're still playing a too high safety, but now the safety's dropping down in man coverage. Cranford back to throw. Gets hit as he throws. Ball's going to be short. Goes to the ground.
Well, that defensive lineman just went right around there.
Yeah, that was just a loop drive. Just had plenty of time, and that stalls the drive out for a fourth and very long. And the way the wind's gusting now, it's actually kind of turned back around. It might be a bit of behind the kick. But the Lampkins did not get that field flipped.
That's a great defensive play, but
Yep,
it wasn't
really
so much
was.
the defense. It was, I mean, he went around the offensive lineman untouched.
Yeah, clear path. High snap, not really of a rush. Line drive kick's going to be hitting the ground about the 50. That's one of those where you got to pick it up, and he does on the second bounce. Securely takes the ball, so it didn't lose any more yardage there, but gives the Grizzlies a pretty good starting point for their second drive of the game. Excuse me, third drive after the long drive for the touchdown on their last possession. 2:35 left here in this first quarter.
Well, this is, the thing that's going to come to play here is you've got ThunderRidge plays in a tough league, 4-6. You have Fort Collins who plays, they play the games they have, and they won a good amount of games this year. It's 8-2. But, the difference in the strength of the teams that they play is we're going to find out here if that matters.
Reeder fakes the jet sweep, takes the ball up the middle himself, and the pile keeps moving along with him in it. First down yardage on first down. Right now, ThunderRidge is showing some momentum.
Reeder calls his own number, runs for a first down, Grizzlies.
And I'll tell you, Randy, this is that moment right now. If you're the Lampkins, you just had a stalled drive and actually lost quite a bit on it. And ThunderRidge, doesn't matter what your record is now, nobody cares. The game has started. That ship has sailed. So how do you stiffen up and try to not let them in the end zone after a 3-and-out the first time? But they really ran the ball well that second drive they had for the touchdown. Reeder rolls his right, looking downfield. Still's got to find somebody. Takes off, gets around. Smartly gets some yardage out of the play. Gets about 3 yards. I like the fact that Randy, he turned. That's that senior there. He was looking downfield the whole way, but he had the chance to turn it up. He wasn't just floating sideways towards the sideline.
Well, he did. He kept his eyes up and was hoping for somebody to
come through, but nice job downfield by the secondary for the Lampkins. Nobody open. 2nd and 8 now for the Grizzlies. No backs. Jet sweep, trying to get the outside, but Dumas did a nice job of holding his edge, forced it backwards. Maybe a half-yard gain, depends on the spot. The play was actually started and forced by number 1, Donovan Dumas, the right end for the Lampkins. The sophomore did a good job of penetration and forced the ball carrier to bounce even further back. Lost 1.5 yards on the play. You got to set that edge. If you let them turn that run inside or you get hooked there, that's what that lane, that jet sweep carrier was looking for. Not that time. Big play here. Lampkins could possibly force a punt. Reeder back, looks to his right, steps out, has got room to run, takes it upfield.
He's going to get a first down.
Yep, and he's a big guy. He delivered a pretty good shot. Took one too, but he didn't hesitate, did he?
No, he didn't. And, I think Fort Collins is going to have a spy on him at some point, because right there he looked and saw that, man-to-man or whatever was going on.
Everybody's running away with him. So when the defenders all got their backs turned to you playing in man-to-man like that, the quarterback knows that there's nobody turning around to see him for the first few steps, and that was good for a first down. Anderson carries upfield, just drags a Lampkin defender with him for about 5. Maybe 4, just inside the 25-yard line down to the 24.
Tackle first by number 52, Troy Booth.
What's Mike Tyson say? You don't know how you're going to react until somebody hits you in the mouth.
Yeah, everybody's got a plan.
ThunderRidge is doing that right now to the Lampkins, aren't they?
Yeah, Booth, nice job on the initial contact there, but Anderson still had the strength to take him down. As we run out the seconds here on this first quarter, we're tied at 7. Be ready to come back for the second.
I'm Kyle Backus.
All right, we're on
Backus
commercial.
The insurance companies don't like us because we've won over $1 billion for our clients. As for the competition,
Good job, Ben.
there's
Just
a reason
try to
each year more
anticipate
people
some of
in
those
Colorado
pass plays,
are calling
okay?
Backus and Schenker for help on their injury case. So if you're hurt in an accident or injured at work, call me 24/7 at 222-2222. Let us work for the win in your case. Backus and Schenker, our passion is justice.
Bells oral and facial surgery, breeze through car wash. Peterson Toyota, Broadcom.
And we're back here. Beginning of the second quarter, it was a quick first quarter, a lot of action. Fort Collins came out and scored very quickly, which they've done all year. They've averaged 40 points a game. ThunderRidge stalled the first time, second time, a very deliberate drive, and they're in the middle of another one right now. So the Lambkins are going to have to.
Well, the Lambkins had that big holding penalty, and then they backed it up on a loss on a couple other plays, but forced a punt. And that field position game right now gave the starting position for this drive for the Grizzlies at midfield, and they moved it down about 25 yards. Big 2nd and 6 coming on now. They need to get inside about the 18-yard line for a first down. But Reeder has been that straw that stirs the drink, Randy. He's turned upfield, a couple of passes, but his running has certainly been an answer, too, to coverage downfield. This time he steps up again, starts to go, but he's going to be sacked.
So an adjustment made there.
But as he starts going forward, he had some lean there, and one of his linemen was helping him, but he started dragging bodies. That shows his size and strength there because he took the pile with him, ended up gaining about 3 yards.
Both teams running a senior quarterback, so I would expect to see good play from both quarterbacks.
Yeah, that was smart. He was getting grabbed, and he just took his shoulders and started to say, "You got to get me down." 3 receivers, top screen. Anderson set to Reeder's left, back in the shotgun. Pressure coming straight up the middle, and nice job on the call by the DC. Dumas blitzed right inside the tackle gap and that C gap out there and brought Anderson down basically with maybe a yard gain. It's going to be 4th and 5. Big play right now for both these teams. Lambkins do not want to give them a fresh set of downs this close, and ThunderRidge wants to extend this drive. We're tied at 7.
Well, they're in no man's land here, so they really have to.
Yeah. Lambkins going back right now, not showing any pressure. Keeping the ball caught in front of them, and that's going to be short and be a turnover on downs. Nice job. You know, they just rushed a couple there. They're going to make them throw the ball incomplete in front of people, and it worked. Good tackling on the outside. 4th down try was short of the yard to gain. The Lambkins will take over on their own 21-yard line, right at the 20 now.
Very conservative play, and that deep in territory, you got to go with what you think you're going to make.
Yeah. Well, very similar to the play they had for the touchdown. And just as said, they kind of caught the Lambkins in that spread because all of a sudden they went from the 4-down lineman with pressure to 3 and 5 linebackers playing inside that 5-yard perimeter, and it worked. Great call by the DC for the Lambkins. Actually, 1st and 10 down the 19.
See if they open this thing up or if they
get back to tried and true. Grizzlies bring 4. McKeon runs, steps outside, room to go. Gain about 4, maybe a 5-yard gain. But a good job out there on that side by Bandhauer and his other teammates on the offensive line as we see the Lambkins line right back up. Quick snap. Cranford looks to throw, taking it deep downfield to receiver and just overthrown his along that far sideline. Looks like it was Mosier, the intended receiver.
Boy, he had him.
Had to step that ball
about a foot.
The ball didn't come off very clean. Had a little wobble to it. He had some clearance on the defender, but ball still sailed out of bounds. That's one of those throws where you got a single. You want to bring it. You can't throw it out of bounds, so you don't want to be short. Give him a chance to try to come around that defender and take it downfield. But that wind certainly had something to play there. As we see it now, it's kind of now the infield. We're seeing the tapes just kind of hanging, so it's swirling back and forth down on that field. That's tough on receivers and quarterbacks. 3rd and 6. Give. Cranford rolls out to his right. Got to force the ball. Throws it over the top of McKeon. Incomplete. Lambkins will punt again.
I don't know if that was a play or if he was lost or if they didn't know what they were running or
Well,
what.
nice job on the outside. The linebacker or the rush in for the Grizzlies didn't allow Cranford to get extended around the corner, so he forced him deeper, and coverage downfield was good. Ball fell incomplete. Low snap, just missed the block. Really good punt, Guff, just over his head. I'm saying as he looked back here, I thought he was going to call fair catch, and
he's lucky that only went back 5 more yards.
He stepped just underneath it, and that could have come back. As that bounces, as what the football can do. Either way, ball is down by the Lambkins.
Got a score here in another playoff game. Rocky Mountain and Mullen. Mullen is ahead 7-0. So Rocky Mountain did make the playoffs. So 2 teams in the playoffs this year in the 5A bracket. Wellington also will be playing tomorrow.
Grizzlies back on offense at their own 32. Lampkin showing 5 in the box. Reeder's quick step throw in the slot. Good pitch and catch. And that's just knowing much better than said Sorensen out there, the senior, just the slot receiver, just took a little quick hitch route. When you see that coming, like I say, we talked about senior quarterbacks, Randy. He knew with all the pressure up front that he was going to have single man coverage, but off the line on his outside receiver. Ball got out of his hands quickly and let his receiver do the rest. Gain of more than 10 on first down, brings up 1st and 10 at the 44. Inside slot give. And again, another big chunk play for the Grizzlies.
Ball carrier number 9, Shane Christie. First down for the Grizzlies.
The sophomore, Christie, number 9. Just a quick hitter, Randy, and he just split the linebackers. Credit the big guys up for ThunderRidge, who I would say have a size advantage across the way from their down lineman counterparts for the Lambkins.
Well, I think what the Lambkins are learning right now, they're going to play a complete game. They're not going to be able to just outscore ThunderRidge, and so.
Well, ThunderRidge is showing they can run it and throw it just as well as anybody too, don't they? I'll tell you what, Reeder was just about the ball go. He gets hit, and the ability to hold on to that ball when most quarterbacks would have coughed that up, Randy, was impressive. Lost about 9 on the play, but oh my gosh, they came right up the middle. He had nowhere to go.
It was hard to tell if he threw the ball or if he held on to the ball.
Yeah,
unfortunately for him, he held on to it.
Yeah, he curled that down, and that was like a helmet to the ball. And all those things could have happened there. It was impressive, as you said, that he didn't fumble it. 8:20 here left in this first half. And that took the ball back past midfield. Need to get inside the 34 or 33-yard line for the yard to gain.
2nd and 18.
And we're going to have a timeout taken by ThunderRidge. We'll be back after this message.
Timeout taken by the Grizzlies.
That's just a portion of them. Nice job by showing them up there tonight. They were here to support their Grizzlies, and they're in it. 7-7, and they're driving at midfield. With a long play after that sack, though, by the Lambkins, brings up a 2nd and 18.
They see themselves on the Jumbotron.
Yes, they just figured that out. We got a young man up there. Dance cam is alive. Trips here to the near side into the boundary for the ThunderRidge play. Tried to do the fake, and that was almost I don't know how he did that. He basically started to run around. He just almost a Statue of Liberty
That's
play.
what I was going to say is the old, as the lowbrow Statue of Liberty
yeah,
play.
because he started to run around behind Anderson and then turned around his left hand, stuffed it back into his pocket, who tried to just hold on for a second, but the Lampkins are all over it. That was another loss of 5 or 6 there.
I call that a poor man's draw play, huh?
Well, trying a little bit of trickeration there, but when you got that many people getting through, just as I was giving all that credit to that ThunderRidge offensive line, right now the Lampkins are overpowering them, and they're in the backfield. You can bring too many to be blocked, and that's happened 2 plays in a row. Straight through again. Reeder looks downfield. It's going to be grabbed, sacked again.
That's 3 in a row.
Yeah, that's you got to get the ball out of your hands or get out of the pocket. If they don't make that adjustment, because they come right through there.
I think somebody got in the Lampkins' ears, didn't they?
Yeah. Well,
defense, and say, hey guys, this might not be a track meet like we thought it was going to be. You're going to have to play some defense here.
You got to set the tone, and boy, they delivered right there. That was 3 plays of significant losses in a row. I mean, we're fourth and 28, fourth and Loveland, as one of our illustrious founding fathers would like to say. Good snap this time. Chance on a kick. High kick's going to be short. Takes a bounce for the Grizzlies, but then comes back as footballs are wont to do. Be first and 10 Lampkins at their 36. We'll see if they, after that defensive stop, they get some momentum back themselves. Yeah, good rush that time by the Lampkins outside left edge there, 46, Justin Schlichting. He
almost got it.
Yeah, he was one of those, if you lay out and pick that point in front of that foot where you see the ball coming off, he'd had a pretty good chance. But it did force a hurried punt and a short one. Play calling coming from the side. Now the rest of the offense joins the receivers who are already out there in position. Ball's on the ground. I think whatever the issue has been with the center and the quarterback, because the signals, they've had 2 or 3 moments where it was just, it's been snapped inadvertently. ThunderRidge is not ready. McKeon gets the ball. That's not a good thing if your defense isn't set, and it wasn't. Gain of about 9. And Lampkins is going to go at tempo again. ThunderRidge still has defensive guys trying to find a place. McKeon left side. Good individual effort that time is going to bring him short of the first down. Number 73 there, Randy, for Clayton Brewer for the Grizzlies. Got inside the blocks there and kept him from getting the first down.
Fourth and a long one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you got a running back averaging 6 yards a carry for the year.
Yeah, they're not even considering a punt. Cranford under center. And we had either a timeout called. Yes, we did. Timeout called by the Grizzlies. So within short order, they've used 2 of their timeouts, but only 5.5 left here. They wanted to make sure they weren't going to be surprised on that play. They'll go to the sideline and talk about it. We'll be right back.
Dear unbreakable spirit, you roam on paths called impossible. Own a legend. Toyota Trucks. Toyota. Let's go places.
See the sideline there, the huddle, coaching staff talking to their Lampkins. 4th and 1, and I guess Dave and I know what we would do in that play, but I wouldn't get too trickery over here. If you
don't overthink it.
It's got you this far,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. Well, 4th and 1, I mean, this is a pretty big play here because ThunderRidge comes up with a stop. They get the ball back on the Lampkin side of the field with plenty of time to play. Could be a wildcat formation. McKeon back by himself. He's just going to pick his way through and bounce his way off one tackler and makes it by about a yard. ThunderRidge did a nice job, but when they came back, the timeout allowed them to go back, Randy, the sideline and change the play. And they went, we got 10 blocking and 1 running, and it worked. So 1st and 10, Lampkins now, ball on their own 49. Under 5 to play here in this first half. We're all tied at 7. Cranford Gibb, McKeon right side, picks his way, steps out of the tackle. Stiff arms at the 40. The 30, it's a full race down the sideline. 10, touchdown, and we have a flag on about the 31-yard line. And you can about expect everybody to come back. Yes, they are. That was a downfield hold.
Behind the play,
yeah,
I believe.
And it didn't really probably have a lot to do with it, but it doesn't matter. Now, where the spot was thrown, it was well past first down yardage. But, boys, you saw McKeon bounce off that tackle. You knew there was an edge to get down that sideline. He found it. He had that extra gear, Randy, as we've talked about, as he gets to walk himself back. Wasn't a hard one to call. Apparently, his way that came out pretty quickly, and hard thing to do, blocking downfield. Most people don't understand that you're out there all alone, and if you get one inadvertent hand inside or grabbing a jersey, nowhere to hide. So marking the play off, it's funny because it's still going to be first down and 1, because the ball was thrown. The spot foul was downfield about 19 yards. So a short yard for first down. Kean Give right side, dance around 1-2 tackles, steps inside the 40 and taken down about the 36.
Great footwork there.
Oh, yeah. Well, that side step, that jump stop, and the ability to push forward in a little bit of a quick bounce. Tempo again. Cranford to throw. Out in the flat, caught. Slips by one tackler. Campaign gets first down yardage and some inside the
I like that
30
call
to 26.
on first down.
Well, and you're right, Randy, because it gave a chance to not have to worry about McKeon running for the long, because he had that long run. Now you can give it back to him as he jets upfield and takes bodies with him for a gain of about 8. Now we got a little bit extra going on. Couple of the big guys for the Lampkins and Grizzlies finishing the play together. Nothing out of line happened. I imagine it's going to be renewed more than once. But as you said, though, that play also got that ball, got a completion. Cranford has had not much of a passing first half, and that was about the longest play, that 2nd and 8. For that 8-yard gain on now second down. Gibb, McKeon dances around one tackle, is going to push forward, is going to get the first down, but not much more.
Almost like a relief valve, that pass was. It's like, let's just let some pressure out of this. And
big drive coming here, starting from that midfield after that 4th down conversion. Kean left side, takes it upside in the middle. Not much there. Gain of just a couple.
McKeon's one of those runners, though, that he'll get 2, he'll get 3, he'll get 2, he'll get 3, then he'll get 30.
Yep. Well, such good vision, the balance and the acceleration, and that low center of gravity, because he is the pad level winner most of the time. ThunderRidge, other than a few that, like I say, those pops that keeps coming because you keep trying to stop him, he will take advantage of that and get that burst. Clock running, 2:50 play and under now. Right side, hops one over the line. ThunderRidge is starting to chase him from the backside too. The rush in got around and couldn't get him before he got past the line of scrimmage. Brings up a 3rd and 5.
Third down and 5.
If you're the Lampkins, boy, if you could score right before half here, that would be just a great way to end a very contested first half here at French Field. Thanks for tuning in. Dave Haas and Randy McCoy in our 14th season. Our first playoff game of the 2025 year. Fakes the give. Cranford's going to get big loss. Great job on containment. There's some bias from the home crowd over here, but the defender stood up and took a step forward, and the quarterback tried to sit up at the same time. Our view would be that was pretty incidental. But right now everything's a little bit more magnified. It's playoff football.
Could have been a slight flop as well. So
Well, yeah,
just wait to see if anybody else said that.
Yeah,
but
he didn't have a chance. He really had nothing. He had no. He just started to get up. He really had no balance. So going back was going to be there, and I'm not sure what we're waiting on here, but Coach Yem is going to take the clock down a ways.
Well, it's 4th down. I didn't realize
and
that.
do
either.
that too. Yeah. So we're going to wait till that clock can go as far as it can before they take the timeout. The back judge making this count.
Well, you've got to ask yourself: do you try to get the 3, or do you? It's a big call here because
Now you want to get points no matter what. So you're going to talk about timeout taken by the Lampkins.
But that's
with
also
1:08 left in the half. We'll be back.
I'm Kyle Backus of Backus & Shanker. The insurance companies don't like us because we've won over $1 billion for our clients. As for the competition, there's a reason each year more people in Colorado are calling Backus & Shanker for help on their injury case. So if you're hurt in an accident or injured at work, call me 24/7 at 222-2222. Let us work for the win in your case. Backus & Shanker, our passion is justice.
So we're back here. Big 4th down play. 4th and 13. Not many 4th and 13 plays in your playbook either. So
Well, with that time run off, they took it down as long as they could. And we've seen that things can happen explosively for the ThunderRidge offense itself too. And we see it here. Lampkins are going to come out there. They figure that breeze is just too much for a field goal attempt, so they're going to go for it.
I think they also think they can stop if they don't get it.
Yep, Crampton Rose is right, looking to throw back. Ball's blocked. Great defensive play by the rush end. And I think that would have been pretty well covered anyway. But that backside in, that trailing in for the Grizzlies there. Trying to make sure I got that number right. Yeah, it was 20. It would have been Nolan Bilby. Bilby did a great job there. He's already averaging 6 tackles a game, Randy. Right now, that wasn't a tackle, but that was a great play. Good play recognition too.
Well, you're seeing the team speed.
Him.
You're seeing the team speed by ThunderRidge on defense.
That's a very good point. Yep. So ThunderRidge with 1 timeout left, starting off on their own 19. Reader rolls his right. Trying to find it. He's just going to throw the ball away. Now, there was an interception, but I don't know if he's going to be called out of bounds. Yeah, it was trying to sell it on the sidelines there. That ball looked, that was a great catch. But I saw the defender jump, and you'd have to be about 8 foot tall to have a foot drag there.
Yeah, I was going to say the quarterback was almost out of bounds. So
yeah, he took that to the very end. So the incompletion brings up 2nd and 10, 56 seconds left here. And the Lampkins do have 2 timeouts. But the nice thing about that incompletion, they don't have to use one of them now. If you're ThunderRidge, you got to seriously consider running the ball once here.
That's what I was going to say. ThunderRidge at this point, they can't afford any kind of mistakes down here.
You got to make the Lampkins use one of these timeouts somewhere along the way here. Running backs, though, sitting in front for blocking, so you knew he wasn't going to get it. Reader takes it deep. Receiver down the far sideline and is going to fall incomplete. Great coverage underneath.
Well, he was right there, wasn't he?
Running along with him.
What an arm, though.
Yeah, that ball was thrown a long ways. That's then Jaden Smith, the sophomore, who I've seen turn into a pretty good corner this year, Randy. He's been tested a lot and delivered again on that play, running step for step. Not a lot of sophomores you put it on an island like that, and he was there.
Another.
We have a sideline warning on Fort Collins. So no play, but the flag was thrown just to tell them to say, get out of the line judge and the side judge's way. Now with 47 seconds left, another incomplete pass. And if you're ThunderRidge right now, if this isn't a run, I'll be there's some gamblers gambler's blood over there on the sideline. Then
now there's a.
Now they're going to mark it off. There was another call.
No, this is a personal foul. So
oh gosh,
somebody must have been chirping somewhere.
I think you're right. We didn't see that during the play. So either way, that backs it way up. Third and a long, about 20 yards to go.
Not sure what you could have been chirping about that cost your team.
Yeah. Well, and yeah, here this should be one of those plays where you got to force Collins to do something. It is a give. Anderson straight up the middle, bust through, carrying it downfield. Quite a big gain, almost first down yardage. What a huge run on third and very long. It's going to be about 3 yards short. And Lampkins did get the timeout called.
Yeah, but they wasted about 4 seconds.
Yeah, I was going to say, it was like, I don't know how fast they if we got to put some time back on the clock, but they were almost in danger of giving him a long first down run by Anderson there. Great burst.
And now it's interesting enough to, do they go for it, which I don't think you do, but if it wasn't 35 seconds left in the half, they would certainly consider it.
Yeah, it's one of let's look at the odds of that. It's okay if you don't make it, you give them the ball inside the 28-yard line because that's the yard to gain. And if you punt it, it's like, do you have to stop them for 3 or 4 plays, or if you punt it, they'll have maybe 30 seconds then to go 60 or more. As one would expect, the Grizzlies are back in punt formation. Now, the Lampkins did have a good rush on that last punt. It forced it pretty short. So 35 seconds left on the clock. Grizzlies in punt formation. Lampkins going all return. And punt off the side of the foot, barely gets to midfield, does take a big bounce for the Grizzlies. Will be down at the 41, and 10 seconds running off the clock will leave at least 3 plays for Fort Collins to try to break the tie before they go in for the half.
Both the end guys looked like they could have tackled the punter, and they both stopped short. I mean, they looked like they could have made a tackle before he even kicked it.
Yep.
Not sure what... That's that new football, huh?
Pass completion number 85, Preston Moser from Justin Cranford. First down to goal!
It's a first down by the Lampkins. Pass out wide. 19 seconds now, you can see on your clock.
Big run up the middle. Cranford breaks it, tries to get the sideline. Will he get out of bounds? Yes, he does. Stop the clock. First down yardage down to 9 seconds. That will give you a chance for a Hail Mary. Might have one long out involved there, but I was going to try to see if they're going to use their timeout. Just to talk about it. Quick pitch and catch could get you a few yards, but still pretty good throw. You'd be throwing from about past the 40-yard line. So 1st and 10, Cranford back to throw. This will be the last play of the half, just the way we're taking their time. Ball's going to be caught. Actually, quick throw and stepped right out of bounds. Mosier on the reception. Gained down inside the 30.
Too, so.
Yeah, I can see what this is going to be. I think we're side judge is talking to the referee, so it looks more to be probably an offensive call if it's going to be a pick play. A little interference on that outside to get that receiver open on that edge. Because that's a lot of chatting. Actually, it's going to be a hold downfield. Now, the down over part isn't the big deal, but it's going to be first down yardage, automatic first down. Ball's down to the 26. So certainly with 4 seconds left, well within range of the end zone for the Lampkins. And Lampkins will take advantage of that last timeout. Can't use it in the locker room. So, Randy, as you see, they've had a couple of throwbacks, rollout plays, but ThunderRidge has defended those really well. So it's like, how do you secure that outside edge for that quarterback to get room to throw now?
Well, I don't know any. He's had room to throw, but he hadn't had that much time either. You know, he's been having to. They just look in their passing game. They just don't look like they're running on all cylinders. Another score here. Mullen ahead 14-0 on Rocky Mountain. Yeah, I think the got a great opportunity here. Maybe you get another penalty and get another closer shot or something like that. It's in the NFL, so you can't get bailed out by a pass interference call in the end zone like we see so many NFL games.
Well, I mean, they said that the wind now seems to be kind of a crosswind, almost straight out of the east. Not helping distance or anything else, but it looks like we're going to
try
got a bit
one.
of big following here.
45-yarder.
Be marked about the 44. Stepped inside, so decent snap. Hold is down. Kick is going to be long enough.
Wow. Boy, he
just hooked it left. Plenty of distance. Yeah, the kicker knew it right away as he turned to the side. Plenty of distance from there, and a little bit of wind helping him, but still did pull it to the side. And
had it been good from
a lot further,
55
exactly right.
maybe.
Either way, time runs out with the score tied 7-7. We'll be back for the second half.
Let's go! Let's go!
Dear unbreakable spirit, you roam on paths called impossible. Own a legend. Toyota Trucks. Toyota. Let's go places.
I'm Kyle Backus of Backus & Shanker. The insurance companies don't like us because we've won over $1 billion for our clients. As for the competition, there's a reason each year more people in Colorado are calling Backus & Shanker for help on their injury case. So if you're hurt in an accident or injured at work, call me 24/7 at 222-2222. Let us work for the win in your case. Backus & Shanker, our passion is justice.
Your car deserves a better routine, so keep it clean with unlimited wash packages at Breeze Through Car Wash. And don't just clean the outside, keep the inside of your car clean with free vacuums at Breeze Through. Just choose a location in northern Colorado or in southern Wyoming and feel great about your day. At Breeze Through Car Wash, easy, quick, and fun.
We're here at halftime with Chris Abshire from the Coloradoan. And Chris, we know Rocky Mountain's on the road tonight. Fill us in on what they've got going on.
They're down 21-0 just before halftime. Been a tough go of it. Mulin's just very kind of a tight, buttoned-up team down there. The team's traded a couple first quarter turnovers. Rocky, had some early momentum, but it's kind of been all Mulin since then. Not a surprise. Mulin finished the season on a 5-game winning streak. Tough task to ask Rocky to go on the road. I mean, they ended up getting a top 10 seed. That's a lot to ask for a Rocky team that, while they finished strong as well, still a little bit limited.
Yeah, and a little bit of a younger team that's got some growth this year. But again, Mulin ahead 21-0 there. And then we look at some of the local teams. We've talked about Wellington and Resurrection Christian, Timnath. A lot going on here for them the next week.
Yeah, absolutely. So Wellington got the number 2 seed in Class 2A. Obviously, they're going to be on a mission in these playoffs. They were the 2A runner-up last year. Lost on a very controversial call. I mean, I say controversial, but it was pretty obvious. Probably should have won the state title, but they open their playoffs tomorrow against Alamosa, the number 15 seed. They'll be at home for that one. I'll be out there, looking forward to it. Timnath played last night, wrapped up their program's first ever winning season. They went 6-4. They absolutely blasted Northridge 63-6 last night. Never close in that game, but a good sign for the Cubs. They should, I repeat, be in the playoffs. You never know. Northridge is not going to help their, RPI, things like that. But they're the number 14 team right now in Class 3A, so should be firmly within that 16-team field. And then, Resurrection Christian tonight, they're the number 7 seed in Class 2A. They're not playing like it, though. They're playing much better than that. They're up 42-0 at half on the number 10 seed, Denver West. Been an absolute blowout in that game. So some fun Northern Colorado football action this weekend in the playoffs.
Let's switch over to the girls' side for girls' sports.
Yeah, it's volleyball regional weekend. I'll be out tomorrow as well, doing a double dip before I head out to Wellington. I'll go to Fossil Ridge. Their 3-team regional Rocky Mountain's part of it, so the regional opener tomorrow will be a city rivalry matchup, but Fossil Ridge kind of has bigger things on the horizon. I mean, they have to win the regional tomorrow, but shouldn't be a problem. They're the number 1 seed. They have not lost to a Colorado team all season, only lost to a couple really elite national programs in a tournament. So looking forward to seeing them. Windsor's the number 2 seed in Class 4A. They're going to be a strong title contender as well there. So Timnath also made the 3A field. They're going to be on the road for their regional, although I think they might have a shot to pull an upset. The Cubs kind of been coming on strong. They lost some of their best players from making the state tournament the past 2 years, but they've kind of figured it out down the stretch. So look for Timnath volleyball maybe to make some noise tomorrow in the regional.
Well, if we progress through this season, the city teams, we've had some, you see the seniors kind of come to the top. The experienced teams are doing it, and this year the Collins is their turn. They're in a tough one here with ThunderRidge comes up, and as said, both teams had a good drive. The single one, Lampkin's got a little momentum back there on offense late in that second quarter. We'll see if they can carry over to the third.
Yeah, I think this has been a little bit different game than we expected. Early on when they had those back-to-back touchdown drives by each team, you guys were mentioning a track meet. I thought that may be where we were headed, especially, both teams got some dynamic offense, some quarterbacks that could really sling it. Justin Cranford, Caden Reeder. I mean, you mentioned on the telecast, Reeder, boy, what a strong arm he's got. Impressive to watch. I kind of do feel like the dam is just waiting to kind of break open for both teams, although the defenses are making those game-changing plays on the drives.
Yeah.
They're taking that 1st and 10 and making it, 2nd and 17, making it tough for the other offense to kind of string it together.
We've seen the defenses apply a lot of pressure, and it turned into a force that was either a sack or a loss on the play, or we start seeing holding calls and procedure calls. Lampkin's had some serious issues with their snap count and interaction between the snapper and the quarterback, because ball hit the ground a couple times and caused a couple penalties. On the other side, Lampkin's have really dialed up the inside pressure and getting at Reeder right up the middle. 3 plays in a row for losses, so we'll see who makes that counter adjustment then.
Yeah, I think for the Fort Collins defense, I liked bringing pressure up the middle because it kind of serves a dual purpose for them. it was able to get some pressure on the quarterback, not give him all day, because that touchdown drive, when he was sitting in the pocket, he was finding his guys.
Yeah.
And then the other thing is ThunderRidge had some early success running the ball up the middle between the tackles. So when you bring that inside pressure, kind of has that dual effect. I will be curious to see, because we saw Reeder's legs in the first half there. I wonder if ThunderRidge early on in the second half will try to move him out of the pocket a little bit, maybe neutralize some of that pressure up the middle by Fort Collins. But yeah, there's going to be a lot of back and forth, some adjustments to be made out of the locker room.
We see that the Lampkins, they'll be receiving here to start this half. Still got a pretty good breeze blowing around, and we saw it shift 2 or 3 times during that first half alone. The Lampkins tried a long field goal, plenty of length, but missed it to close out the half. So we'll have to watch and see what adjustments both teams make. But thanks for joining us here at halftime.
Always love being in here with you guys, and you can check out my stuff at coloradoan.com/sports.
Thanks again, Chris Abshire. We'll be back in just a couple minutes for the second half kick.
So we're back here getting ready for the kickoff of the second half. The last half of football for one of these teams as we're in first round action, 5A playoff football. Fort Collins will receive. See if they can drive the ball down to kind of set the pace for this second half.
Exactly, mirror that first half. Kick is going to be taken at about the 10, straight up field. Catch makes a move around the 30. Going to be wrapped up and brought down just short of the 34-yard line. Pretty good field position to start for the Lampkins.
All right, here we go, Lampkins, starting on the 30.
And as you can hear it, we're ready for the second half. And we'll see what adjustments. Both these coaches saw some things they did well, saw some things that really stopped their offenses, but credit defensive play for both of those, I would say. But how do you make it change that second half? ThunderRidge did a nice job on keying on McKeon in that first half other than one long run. He takes the first handoff, though, gets outside, across the 40, drives through a couple tackles, past the 50, out near the 45 before he's pushed out. So just as I say it, Randy, he shows that burst.
Well, ThunderRidge has to really be careful that they don't let him get off here. And
that turns the game over. They're not ready. ThunderRidge still walking around on defense. Came up, made a couple of nice tackles there, but not for a gain of 4. I mean, their secondary linebackers are still getting into position. And I think they know, most of the time when Lampkins go at tempo, at hurry up, it's usually a handoff right away back to McKeon. Power formation right. This time follows the blocker left side. Got the outside edge. 30, 25. One man to beat. Great block downfield. Just a screen. Nice job by the receiver down there, Randy. That's one of those where he let the defender come to him. So it's just as we say, can they key on him? He makes 2 cutback runs, gets to the outside, and shows his speed. This time straight at the middle, steps around one linebacker. Inside the block by his tackle there, moving bodies.
I saw the young quarterback could have kept it and walked into the end zone over there too, so we'll see.
Yeah,
we'll put that in our notebook for later on.
Well, he's got to show that too to keep that outside linebacker playing him honest. But you know that say they have to key on McKeon. He gained 5 right there on first down. Now we saw it stalled out their second drive by getting a little bit fancy and tried to move it around instead of hammering as they were so well down the field. Again, breaks the outside, steps by one tackle, bucks another one, going to go to the corner, in the end zone. Touchdown, Lampkins. Not to be denied, was he?
No,
his pad level is so
runner.
good downfield. He's got a burst, but you got to want to get in front of him anyway. But he had that secondary tackler just off of him in a second, and then just sprinted to the corner of the pylon there into the end zone, and a quick touchdown for the Lampkins to open the second half. Snap was a little low, but grab put on the tee and kick got over the top of the crossbar. Not much room to spare there as it cleared the line, but they do lead now 14-7. So just not even a full couple minutes off the clock. The initial drive ends in a series of McKeon runs for about 70 yards, bringing his total up to probably in the 140 range for the night.
Well, that's what a guy looks like that gained 1,700 yards for the year. You know, I mean, we've watched that all year. He's dominated pretty much every game he's played that we've seen.
I think what a great fit as a ball carrier he'll be in a run-heavy offense like Air Force.
Yeah, I saw he was at the game this last weekend against Army, and saw he tweeted that he was going to be there.
Because his kick high, taking to the left side, caught at the 10-yard line. Good return, got the edge, downfield, up past the 30, past the 40, past the 50, stepping aside and get knocked out inside the 40-yard line. Lampkin, huge return.
Well, this is what's been hurting the Lampkins is they've not been able to push them back in.
The receiver Sidney Lynn again. You can see the speed. He got his stride going, Randy, and he left people behind. They were lucky enough to tap him out of bounds. Did step out a little further out than we thought there, so he hit the 41, but still.
It ain't the 20.
No, pretty good return. Yeah, that's about a 50-yard return.
So every time Fort Collins does something good, then they kind of are not able to.
As you said, you're not. This is your last half of the year for one of these teams. Anderson right at the middle, bust through, break a couple tackles, still stepping outside them, getting corralled down by Kadich. Just probably got past first down yardage before he got knocked back.
A lot of arm tackling out there on that play.
Yeah, he stepped through a couple of them. He's not a tall kid, but pretty powerful. And you got to get underneath him. As we see that yellow flag, though, sitting right where the ball was at. I wonder if they're going to call the. I'll wait for it for confirmation. Yeah, got grabbed around the head, and we kind of wondered up here in the booth. So after the run of about 9 yards, they're going to tack on a personal foul. It's going to take the ball down well inside the 20-yard line, down to right at the 16. 1st and 10, Thunder Ridge. And just a couple of plays, Randy, just like that, they're knocking on the door. Reader back, Anderson set to his right in the shotgun. 3 receivers top of your screen, rolls right. Pressure coming. Takes it downfield, going to be incomplete. Nice job of getting upfield by the Lampkins inside end there.
One thing that maybe has not played well for the Lampkins, the last 2 games they played, I think they outscored their opponents 100-0 or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But they were like were not competitive games.
Didn't get tested as much. Yeah, Souders there on the pressure that caused that play to be blown up. See if they can keep that pressure, keeping Reeder on the run, making him uncomfortable there. Too big to left alone. Anderson straight up the middle. Gets grabbed by a couple Lampkins after just a 2, maybe 3 yard gain.
Justin Schumann, Caden Souders is first on the tackle for the Fort Collins.
Schumann and Souders again.
Brings up 3rd down and 8 for the Grizzlies.
Big 3rd down play here. You think you go get 4 or 5, and do you know, we've not seen anybody want to back off of the try of that 4th down so far in this game, and you're down 14-7, the ball down that far in the plus territory.
Seems like if you're not more than 1 score down, that everybody goes for it.
Reeder rolls his right, being chased, trying to throw back. He's got to lob it over the top. Does, but well defended. As soon as he catches that ball, he's hammered to the ground.
Well, unfortunate that
Tegan Davis there.
That the defender didn't turn around and pick that ball off.
Yeah, well, and say play recognition. There's a hard roll right, trying to do a throwback, and Reeder just he did a nice job of lofting it over, giving his receiver a chance. But Davis was all over it, and just that ball just came, as you said, just got over his head, and he planted the receiver in the ground, forcing this field goal attempt. Ball marked in the near hash on the 20, makes it a 30-yarder.
Alex Eckert.
Good snap, good hold. Kick is up, and it is true. We had one official pretty sure, and the other kind of hesitate there, but it looked like he parted it. So as 8:22 left now, the long kickoff is followed by a couple plays, but good stand by the Lampkins defense, forces the field goal. It was good. 14-10, Lampkins lead. 8:22 left here in this 3rd quarter.
So is that the first blink, I guess, is what we have to ask. If the Lampkins come down and score another touchdown here, then you finally get out to more than a 1-score lead.
Well, that's exactly right, because now what we saw in that first half, both offenses had moments, but then the defenses rose up and just really put them in a bad way. Some of it self-inflicted with penalties, but the defenses doubled it down. And we'll see how they handle it this second drive. Caterich and Moser back. Tough night for kickers with the wind, although right now it's pretty much as low as it's been. Tape on the uprights at both ends is just laying straight down, the flag barely stirring in that north end zone. Low driving kicks, going to take it back close to the end zone, but taken by Moser on the 3. Steps up, breaks to his right. Into traffic, was going to be dragged down past the 22, 23-yard line. So decent starting position for the Lampkins offense in their second possession of this half.
So far, something I've seen and I'd like from both teams. Both teams hand the ball to the officials right there.
Well coached.
Somebody helped Moser up.
Yep, that's well, the first half we saw a little chippiness. Right now, there's still plenty of hitting, but guys are doing the right thing. But that's a credit to both Coach Madden and his staff and Coach Yema and his staff. Keaton's grabbed, pulled away. Ball went just a little tall there.
He was open, though.
Yeah, he just tried to throw a quick slot pass. That's an uncovered receiver there. When you've got safeties high, that slot receiver doesn't have anybody right in front of him. And they tried to take advantage of the fake, but Cranford just delivered a little high, incomplete, 2nd and 10. McKeon right into the blitz, gets past it, good blocking downfield. Moser sets the corner, keeps it back inside, going to be caught just before he gets to 50, but a gain of about 24 on the carry. And Randy, was different there. The ThunderRidge blitz right at the run, and the defender was taken inside by the blocker, and it just made a bigger hole. And of course, McKeon takes advantage of that. Carries again, right side, going to be strung out and nowhere to go. Maybe a loss of 1.
Well, they ran that play the other opposite side earlier in the game, so they had some intel on that.
Number 8 there, Gavin Connell on the tackle, just came up, secured him. 2nd and 11 now, Lampkins just short of midfield. Cranford back to throw. Not many attempts. This time's taking a long game. He's got Moser wide open. Going to be short, but interference.
Yeah.
The ball was, again, just didn't get there. And Mosier had the step, adjusted, came back. The defender really had no chance. It's one of those things where if the defensive back, the best thing could have happened there was the interference, because otherwise there's a touchdown or a long catch either way.
It doesn't hurt you in high school like it does in the pros, you know?
Yep. So it'll be a penalty and an automatic first down. So the Winds are playing a little havoc there in Cranford tonight. The ball just didn't quite have that tight spiral to let it carry, because Mosier had a burst and he was behind the defender. So after the penalty, that marks it off 1st and 10 now, snapping the ball at the 36 of the Grizzlies. Big series here if the Lampkins can get in another touchdown and make it a 2-score game. Kean left side, got the edge, steps around one tackler, around another, first down yardage end step, still pushing down the field, shaking tacklers. 20 inside the 15, knocked down about the 14-yard line. What a run.
That last 10 yards looks like he could have been tackled 10 yards earlier, and he just kept churning and churning, didn't he?
They're right back on the line here. Back to McKeon, cuts back inside, bounces off a good secure tackle. Still gained about 3.
Seems like they know that second play's coming now.
Yeah, well, it's either way, though. We got a timeout taken by the officials. I don't know who we've got hurt or what we've got going on, but trainers for ThunderRidge coming out. Nobody's down, but McKeon says, you know what, I'm going to come off here and just take a second. That's nice hand for his efforts, obviously, but out of the game, that's a different offense. Diego Romero, the junior's in, number 26. As we said before, Randy, the Cranford has not had that run yet tonight that we've seen him make such a difference in prior games this fall.
Well, this is not the time to get stopped in the red zone, is it?
Nope. And a big time for the Grizzlies just to make that kind of a stop. Blitz coming. Romero upfield, nice cut, big hole, good job out there on that outside edge. Say, keep following number 73. Bandauer's as a
say plug and play, plug and play.
Yeah, you got the big guy to follow behind. And they said Bandauer just moving people around, and Romero cut up underneath that, gained about 6. 1st and goal inside the 5. If you're Lampkins right now, you just say, we're going to just keep hammering this. Clock running, under 6.5 to play.
I think there's a decent chance that McKeon might get the ball here.
Yep, Cranford up under center. Tossed right. McKeon goes to the outside, tries to make the corner, bounds his way into the end zone. Touchdown. Just a toss play, showed his speed, but also showed the physicality to end the run, Randy. Took defenders with him right into the end zone from the 4-yard line. Lampkins here with a chance to make it an 11-point game. As you say, you get that 2-score game, all of a sudden you got to have good things happen for ThunderRidge offensively, and they don't have any room for error with only 6 minutes left here in this half. Lopez gets the ball up and over. 21-10 now. Lampkins lead the visiting Grizzlies here in this first-round playoff game at French Field. Thanks for tuning in. David Haas along with my partner Randy McCoy.
Got Ben on camera tonight, doing a fine job. CSU student, helping us out and getting some real-world experience.
That's right. Get him away from all that college hoopla.
Yes.
Come down here in the trenches.
So boring.
So ThunderRidge, you said, Randy, you can't afford not to answer right now because that's 2 drives in a row by the Lampkins where the offense pretty much took over turning around, handing it to number 3 seems to be a pretty simple thing to do. There's been some holes because I'd say the big guys up front for the purple-clad golden helmet Fort Collins team are doing a whale of a job tonight. Bouncing kick, this time a little short. It's on the ground again. Ball's going to be taken about the 30. Wasn't really an onside kick per se, but if the ball wasn't handled cleanly, Lampkins were all over it. No chance of return, and it's probably just a really good play not to give Sidney Lynn another chance.
Well, I was just getting ready to say, I think that was more. We haven't been able to cover up that well on the long one, so let's not let them get any momentum here. So we'll see if their defense can
make that difference.
Yeah, keep them on that side of the field.
6:08 left here in this third. As you said, this is the last half for one of these teams right now. ThunderRidge looking at an 11-point deficit. And we've got an encroachment. Oh, well, a little shift then, I think we're going to say. Well, actually, the receiver actually did line up in the neutral zone. Usually receivers are looking over the sidelines, and they give you the down or the forward, say, okay, I'm on the line, am I okay? And apparently omitted it. This line judge will help you. So free 5 for the Lampkins, make it a little tougher. Reeder steps, throws, caught right at 30. Quick tackle, but not for gain of about 7.
Pass complete to number 7, Jefferson Sorensen. Midfield tackle by
Sorensen on the catch. Again, Randy, that's just that quick release. Try to find him fast as you can. Give him a chance to make one move, but a solid tackle limited the gain, but does bring up 2nd and 8.
Keep my eye on number 3.
Give Anderson right up the middle. Big pile made by the Lampkins. Goes nowhere, maybe a yard and a half.
See, they should have thrown to number 3.
Well, there's a weapon that said the speed's obvious on the long one. He's had a reception, but we're not finding many other ways that they're putting the ball in his hands.
Right. Sidney Lynn.
Come on, dude, stand down.
Lynn with 28 catches, just a couple here tonight, so limited action for him in this offense. Reeder back to throw, looks to his right, fires on the out pattern, caught. Nice catch and grab. Tackled down, not after the first down yardage was made, about the 42. Nice pass by Reeder, Randy. Put that outside, nobody else had a chance.
Yeah, and
had a good catch.
Again, people don't understand how hard that pass is to make.
Yep. And the arm strength it takes to make it.
First down, Grizzlies.
Lampkins back at a 2-high safety. Linebackers all right up by the line of scrimmage. Pressure steps up. Lynn, though, on that slant. Going to be good for pretty much first down yardage. And some. So, yes, just a quick slant go. If you're gonna have that hole open there, you take that big-bodied receiver, runs a sharp route, puts a ball on target. Not much a defender can do there.
Didn't even really have to run full speed.
He just got there in the middle. He didn't want to go too far to get where the safety comes into play, and that was just a smart pitch and catch. 2 plays, 2 first downs for the Grizzlies. Long count. Anderson gives, tries to break the side. Tackled from behind. Just a great effort there. Porter Park getting underneath the play, basically coming from that backside and just grabbing old Anderson, dragging him down. 2nd and 8 for the Grizzlies. Time the ball snapped to be a 3.5 here to play in this third quarter. 21-10, Lampkins lead. 2 touchdowns, just a single field goal for the Grizzlies on their last drive. No backs. Double reverse coming, got room on the outside, cuts up field, first down, and got grabbed. Nice tackle. I didn't think he could get to him, Randy, but he got off the quarterback's block. I thought he had easy lane taking that well downfield.
Still got the first down, looks like, or close at least.
Referee's going to eyeball it.
Yeah, you can see him.
Well, I thought
I'm eyeballing it.
Yeah,
we're
going to get one of those old-fashioned measurements. I don't think you've been wrong on these in 15 years.
I think it's by the tip of the ball.
Okay. Either way, though, I really thought that play had a lot more promise as it started, but one great individual effort, and I didn't get that Lampkins number, but as he spun off that block, got a hold of some jersey, and stopped that from being a much bigger play. First down.
I'm not going to do the AI measurement, huh?
Yeah. Technology would probably be down at the high school level someday, but not yet.
First, we got to get a play clock.
Yeah. And you are still on a winning streak.
It's a gift.
By the edge of the football, 1st and 10 Grizzlies on the 36-yard line of Collins, driving down where they need a score. Down 11, 21-10 here in this late in this third quarter. Starting count, Anderson, left side action. Reader keeps it, pulls it out, tries the little RPO there.
46.
But really read well by the Lampkins defender.
It's Schlichting.
Yeah, that's when you stayed at home, outside rush edge. Schlichting just made his read and didn't bite. Gain of 3. And anything from here on out, I think, is 4-down territory for the Grizzlies. Blitz coming. Picked up. Reader takes it downfield. Trying to get to Lynn, but ball's out of bounds. Bracketed pretty nicely over the top. That play took a little long, and the safety got over there, Randy. There really wasn't much room for him to bring that ball in.
Yeah, and he overthrew him by 3 or 4 yards, too. So
kind of sailed out of bounds. I think the wind, the fact of the wind was in the first half in all kinds of directions is now completely gone. Uprights, the tape's not moving. The flag in the north end zone still.
It blew that cold front in, then stopped, Tom.
That's just, yeah. For everybody out there in the elements tonight, I'm sure they're happy with that. Big third down coming up, 3rd and 7. Grizzlies. Full house backfield goes into motion. Reader Rose was right, got pressure. Fires downfield. Nice throw, nice catch. And marked as a catch inside the 25, down near the 21. What a great route, and what a throw. And for you young receivers out there, that's the way you go get the ball. You attack it with your hands. Got to the spot, knew where his quarterback was bringing the ball. Ball delivered on time and on a line. But the receiver made the catch and kept feet down and in bounds. 1st and 10 Grizzlies.
The quarterback kind of lulls you to sleep, too, because he kind of just shuffles over there, and you don't really know if he's really looking at somebody or...
Yeah, nice patience there on the delivery. Fake the jet sweep. Reader right up the middle. Steps around a couple tackles. Gains about 5, maybe 5-6 yards on first down. Nice carry. Design quarterback run completely. Just fake the jet sweep. Trying to get that backside linebacker to overrun the play. Ball spotted at the 16.
Who's up 2nd down and 5 for the Grizzlies.
Pretty much the same formation, not too many derivations from it tonight. Anderson's at one side or the other, usually the same side as the Trips receivers. Anderson fake again, Reader wrapped the middle, a lot of room to run, bowls through one tackler. Inside the 5, down near the 3. I can say just the size of Reader and his explosive run. That was, he was second level, Randy, before he even had the safety, had to come and make a pretty solid tackle. 1st and goal now for the Grizzlies at the 4.
Got hit in his thighs pretty good, too, but I'm not sure if he was giving the hit or taking the hit.
Yeah,
but
well, and that's one of those things where there's no such thing as a bad tackle for a defender. That was a pretty good one, even though he took the brunt of the throw, but he came up, got low, got him down, He lived to play again. Straight man defense, no safety on top. Anderson straight up the middle, bores his way into the touchdown. Grizzlies. Second effort by Anderson. He was hit, and the Lampkins basically had every gap covered, but just strong running and a push from the line got him near the end zone. Second effort got him in. So 47 seconds left here in this third quarter. Grizzlies come back and score, and I think right now they're looking to go for two. Offense stays on the field. 2-point try coming. Rear throws, quick slant. Gets it to Lynn, left side. Conversion is good.
Easy.
It's 21-18 now. Nice throw, nice catch. Hard cover that way. So 3-point advantage now for the Lampkins with 47s left in this third quarter. We'll be right back.
I'm Kyle Backus of Backus & Shanker. The insurance companies don't like us because we've won over $1 billion for our clients. As for the competition, there's a reason each year more people in Colorado are calling Backus & Shanker for help on their injury case. So if you're hurt in an accident or injured at work, call me 24/7 at 222-2222. Let us work for the win in your case. Backus & Shanker, our passion is justice.
We're back here getting ready for the kickoff. ThunderRidge kicking off to Fort Collins. See if they can take some time off that clock, score another 7 points to make it a challenge.
Ball's going to be short, drops about outside the 20, and Lampkins are lucky it went out of bounds before the coverage
very
team got there.
play by the
Yeah, he did. He saw the way it was going.
It's smart if it goes out of bounds.
Yes, it is. That's the no good play from the coaching staff. The ball goes out of bounds, so that'll bring it out to the 35, 1st and 10, because the penalty for a kick not making the end zone and fielded. But it did stop when it just had just enough roll.
That's called faith.
Yeah. Very much so.
It's like the old trying to blow the ball out of foul on the third baseman,
That's right. First 10 Lampkins now on their own 35. McKeon set to the right of Cranford. 3 receivers this side of the field, wide side. McKeon straight up the middle, first play outside, past the linebacker depth, and gain of 8 or 9. He's just a hammer. Looking for a nail. Secondary of ThunderRidge is tired of seeing number 3 amongst them and still running vertically. What a great night again. Into the 20-plus category of carries for sure, and well over, probably approaching close to 160, 170 yards. I can't see anything less than that. And as you hear,
that'll be the last play of the quarter. I don't know why they would run one, but maybe they're...
I think going to turn around and look, and the coaching staff saw pointing. There's the clock. It is running out. We're going to take that quarter-ending play. Be 1st and 10 Lampkins when we come back for the fourth quarter.
So we're back here getting ready for the fourth quarter. 21-18 our score. Fort Collins Lampkins ahead of the ThunderRidge Grizzlies. Randy McCoy, David Haas here with you. Last quarter of the season for one of these two teams and for us.
Been a pleasure. We've had a great season up here. If Lampkins can move on to another game, it will probably be on the road as we expect, based on the seedings.
I think They have the 4 seed waiting for them, I believe.
Yeah, and they've got the great crowd support here tonight. Student bodies, band, everybody make a lot of noise. ThunderRidge did bring a lot of fans up from Highlands Ranch area.
Yep.
Getting well supported themselves, but here it is. They're down by 3 on defense. Lampkins need to move the ball. Cranford, quarterback draw straight up the middle and tripped up. A nice play from behind. He had an escort. And actually, if McKeon would have had the ball, I don't think anybody would have caught him. They blocked that straight out, wide open. 2nd and 4. McKeon tries right side, gets outside, slips a tackle, slips another tackle, bursts across the 40.
Boy, he went through that hole quick, didn't he?
Yeah. Well, he puts that foot in the ground and turns and puts that accelerator down as well as anybody that we've seen around here. Again, why he's going to be a Saturday player. Give carry again. McKeon out in the secondary, dragging people around. He is not a one-person tackle. You need to have a host of guys, somebody on his legs, somebody get to the top and ride him down. He's just too much back for any one defender.
I think number 12 found that out.
Yep. Not shying from contact, but again, he steps around a couple tackles. We got flags all over the place that time. Where that's coming from, you might think this one's going to go back. The umpire throws it from down behind as Lampkins do retreat. First penalty in a bit. We'll move them back.
That's yardage they're going to have to recapture, huh?
Nothing makes a general more upset than having to gain ground twice and a coach. So the spot foul will take it back to the right inside the 38-yard line, so it makes it a 1st and about 22.
Have seen no explosive pass plays but from either team.
Yeah, the long throw tonight, the wind was some hampered there, but good credit, good coverage downfield. Most of the longest plays. The longest play of any success was actually an interference call. Other than that, most have been incomplete. Cranford, though, back to throw, steps back. Has room to run, takes her on side. He's just going to step out of bounds smartly. Actually, all the coaches almost might have said, you know what, you could have stayed in bounds there and just kept that clock running and probably been fine. Instinct is to be just to get out of the way. And as soon as we talk about the breeze, now I just see a leaf that was going along the turf and moving along with pretty good pace. The tape in both end zones started to move, and the flag in that north end zone moving a bit too. So at the very least, gusting. Seems to be right behind the Lampkins though at this time. So gain about 5 brings up 2nd 15. Fake the reverse, knocked away again. And a long flag coming in.
Pass blocked by 17.
Going to be another one of those drives.
Well, it'd be interesting to see what the call is here. I mean, that's the 3rd block that Cranford's had tonight, and it's got to make an adjustment there because the nice job on the coaching staff for the Grizzlies because they've gotten in the air several times and knocked the ball down.
Well, a pump fake or something, and he.
Yeah, that's the thing. You got to make that difference. So it's against the Lampkins. Obviously, it's just where the ball's going to be spotted before they make the foul call.
So all of a sudden, the infamous holding call has become the.
Well, Collins played clean ball for about 3 drives, and then they had a couple drives of several penalties, and now it's bitten them again. And we're back to where they're at the 43-yard line. They need to get inside the 18 for the yard to gain. So 2nd and about 26. Now, in the field position game, they're doing pretty good if they keep the ball down there. Cranford look for someone to throw, strings it out. He just throws in a little bit of coverage there, trying to hit Moser.
And they just got a 1st down.
And late hit takes him out of bounds, and it's going to be.
I just saw the ending of that, but.
Yeah, that is a bailout penalty right now, and if you're ThunderRidge and Coach Madden and his staff, that is a heartbreaker. It's a roughing the passer. You've chased him all the way across the field, and you want to take a shot. I didn't see it. I was looking downfield at the catch. And judgment call, they're always going to err on the side of safety. But that was a monster penalty. Doesn't matter how much you had to gain. Now it's 1st and 10. Huge penalty. We'll have to see how ThunderRidge reacts to it and how the Lampkins can take advantage of it. McKeon goes left side, got blocks downfield, cuts up underneath Chase and tackled for a gain of maybe 5.
And folks, just to further tell you how good of a running back McKeon is, everybody in the whole stadium knows that there's a 9-ounce chance he's getting the ball.
Yeah, until you tackle him, he doesn't have it, you got to tackle him. And credit the Lampkins offensive line again, too. And another pass knocked down. Been a rough night for Cranford. And a great scouting done by the ThunderRidge staff and how their players are executing it, because they're coming to him. If he's got the ball, they're getting in the air. That's probably 5 batted passes.
Well, they've seen something on tape that he never pump fakes or he.
Yep. They've done nothing to take advantage of it either. It's like that pump fake and step outside, because that defender's committed to be in the air with the pump fake. A little lengthy on this time set up here. Still not the call for the back judge yet, though. Time left on the clock on the snap count. McKeon left side, bursts the outside, goes downside, inside the 20, slides out of bounds. Will be very close to the first down, marked about the 18, I think. Just depends on that right foot, left foot.
Scoreboard's bold and says 4th and 1.
And the side judge, the line judge on this side, conferred the referee, which he should do, and well done on this officiating crew. So the ball spotted here is that mark on the other side to the line or past the line. It's to the line. The ball is packed through the line on the spot. 1st down, Lampkins on the 18-yard line.
Easy for you to say.
Trying to categorize that as succinctly as possible, and not very well done, I know. But that's what it was. He asked and he got the answer. They moved the change. Lampkins on the run. Again, fakes again. This time the ball's out, and
he's so fortunate that wasn't a touchdown the other way.
Yeah, the receiver broke late on it, but the ball took a while to get there too. And Campaign was I think like I said, he adjusted his throw because of the defense. That's what those rushes and those batted down passes have affected that play. Those flat throws have been pretty much taken away, made very difficult. So 2nd and 10 after the incompletion. McKeon dances around, takes the ball up the middle, bulls his way forward, inside the 15, down about the 13.
I think we've established that he can probably get 10 yards in 3 carries.
Don't know why you do much different.
Especially with 9 minutes left from being able to advance in the playoffs here.
Neither team has used a timeout.
This isn't the time to be working on your...
They're playing fairly deliberate right now, not trying to give him that 15 to 20 seconds between handoffs. Again, delayed, steps around one tackler, steps inside the other, inside the 5, down to 3, down to the 1 before he's taken down, and really basically was just tripped up. But just his change of direction there at the beginning of that play, Randy, was what made it. What a great run. Yeah, for a balance, speed, and power, he's the real deal and brings it all. We know he can catch the ball, but in this offense, why try? Cranford under center, unbalanced line, right side. McKeon steps, pushes. Waiting for a signal. Linemen are saying it, but do we have anybody saying it on there? But nope, the umpire's holding the ball up, marking him short. And not the worst thing to happen there, because it's 2nd and goal from the inside the 1. And you're going to run another minute off the clock. and make it back to a 2-score game, assuming the touchdown scored here. You're Thunder Ridge. You're like, okay, we've got to make a gamble here and try to stop them short or have something happen. Otherwise, the touchdown, we need the ball back. We've got 2 things to do instead of just one as far as drives and scores. I like how Lampkins took their time. This time Cranford on the sneak just follows the lineman into the end zone. And everybody in the end zone for the party and the 6. 7:47 left.
I thought it was really close that he went to his knees. I don't know if you saw the same thing I saw.
Yeah, I started to hesitate.
Like, boy, I sure hope the ball was over there.
Yeah. The surge was deep enough. They got him through there. Clock had a bit of a runoff on it there, too, when they're waiting to have the call made.
Well, that's why I was.
This time kick is up and a little bit more height to it and good. So back to a 27-18 lead, another 2-score lead for the Lampkins, and a big one and a big answering drive will put Thunder Ridge in a bit of a up-tempo pace, Randy, just for their drive for this quarter.
Well, obviously we're saying the obvious here, but Fort Collins needs to stop here, and they can take the ball and run the clock out. I mean, that's in a perfect world for Fort Collins. If you're Thunder Ridge, you take 4 minutes and score 3-point game, and then you either decide whether you think you can stop them or you do an onside kick.
Yep.
That's kind of where we're at in this game.
Yeah, they don't have much time to do it because, like I said again, that was a decent long drive with time eating. Lampkins bailed out on two holding penalties, took them way back, 26 yards to gain, and then a roughing the passer completely erased that long yardage need. Again, another bounce kick picked up on one bounce, so at the 30, goes forward. Nice return up near the 41.
Boy,
there was a pop there as that came into that pile.
I think I just kicked it deep. Said, "Come on, guys, you gotta
go cover.
You gotta, because I mean, giving them the ball midfield almost."
Well, just a directional kick too, just to stay away from Lynn, who we know is a dangerous returner. But either way, that's great field position if you're the Grizzlies.
That's a gift.
They take over on their own 41, 1st and 10. 7:39 left in this playoff game. Thanks for tuning in. Dave Haas, Randy McCoy, Ben on camera tonight. Reader back to throw. Intercepted. Jumped up in the air, grabbed. 20, 10, 5, touchdown.
And there he goes. And that's option 4.
Ben Stanger, the junior, read the play, saw the slant coming, jumped up, and not only got in the line, but grabbed it out of the air and took off, and Reader didn't have time to catch him.
That's Souders.
Was it Souders?
Yeah, 32.
32. Okay, I thought it was 38, so 30. And his third pick six, thanks Chris Abshire on the highlight reel interception there. Souders leading tackler for the Lampkins this year and put the icing on a big fourth quarter. Pick six. Snap, hold, and the kick is up, and it is good. Makes it a quick 35-18, excuse me. 17-point lead now for the Lampkins, just like that, Randy.
Well, and he's young quarterback's only thrown about one kind of pass the entire game. He's thrown a few down the field, but for the most part, it's been the quick out or the quick slant or something like that. And Souders just took a chance and read it. And
well, and as an experienced, as a senior, you've seen enough of that.
And he had good enough hands to hold on to it and not just bat it down. That's, if you play high school football, at one point you've played offense and defense. So it's not like the NFL where all the defensive guys are there because they can't catch.
Yeah. Or there's better guys catching it.
Yeah, there you go.
Because every one of those guys in defense and NFL were playing receiver.
We're playing receiver one time too.
So Lopez the kickoff on the far hash. Thunder Ridge needing a big play. Another just drive kick, bouncing it down. This time goes all the way back Lynn trying to pick it up, bobbles it, still on the ground. Bounce backside the 10. ThunderRidge able to cover it, but not after losing about another 20 yards. Lynn trying to make the play. I think he took a pretty good hit. Both players nobody was holding back, but that's what you happen. Your head's down, you're trying to make a play, and one of the cover guys for Lampkin came down and put a pretty good lick on him. Good to see him jogging off, but definitely wanted to make a big play for his team that time and just didn't get it done. So right back out on offense, but now after that kick was mishandled, fumbled, knocked all the way back, it's 1st and 10 at their own 10-yard line. And 7:20 left here in this game. Reeder back to throw, looks to his left, steps up in the pocket. Ball gets hit just as he's throwing it. Got pressure.
Very fortunate that didn't get picked.
Yeah. Well, I think, again, it looked like that was Justin Schlichting there again, just coming around, getting a long arm and a paw on that throw. Didn't get anything on the ball. And there's a long developing route. Pretty tough for ThunderRidge to hold pressure back that long. And with 7:14 left in the 2nd and 10, I mean, you've got to make some completions here, but you're going to have to take one of those. Randy's going to have to, you're going to have to try to take for the home run. You need the big play, the 30+ yards and more for the attempt. Lynn, top of your screen there, looks up there, stepping out again, ball on the ground, fumbled. Reeder trying to make a play, trying to stop short of the line of scrimmage, and then the ball gets stripped away. One of his linemen, though, alertly fell on it. Actually, I think it might have been Anderson.
Well, I'll tell you, Fort Collins is starting to smell blood. Their defense is now
pinning their ears back.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, there's no threat of a run. Really, I mean, if linebackers are dropping to 15 yards, safeties are at 25. It's just they're going to, okay, if you catch one in front of us, fine. It's going to take you 5 more of those, then you get close to 1 touchdown, and they don't have the time for that. Lampkin showing pressure. Straight man, no safety on top. Reeder takes it down, trying to get Lynn on the long throw outside and overthrown. And nice coverage again underneath it by Jaden Smith. Tell you what, that sophomore, he turn and run is what a corner has to do, and he was right there with the receiver. Now if we look back towards the line of scrimmage, referee's conferring with the side judge on the far side away from the play. So a flag was thrown. So the flag was thrown. It was a sideline warning.
So they are going to punt.
Yeah, I think with 4th and 9, I know you might want to see it, but boy, they're getting dialed in pretty good, and that's kind of, I would say totally throwing in the towel, but you just can't give Lampkins a guaranteed touchdown starting at goal to go on the 11, or at least a score. Nice snap. Boy, that ball's in the air though, grabbed by ThunderRidge. So the break they needed, they just got. The receiver tried to come up and make a play, bounced out of his hands right into one of the downfield cover guys for ThunderRidge. I'm not sure if that was 28 or 26.
40-yard completion as far as we know, huh?
Yeah. But either way, bounced right into his hands, and he got a couple yards return out of it. And we see the officials conferring again. Lampkin's defense is staying out there. So I think a change of possession, or actually wouldn't be a change of possession. Fort Collins really didn't have it. So the Confirmation comes from referee. 1st and 10. Ball's been marked at the 38-yard line. So as you said, Randy, just the
never
same
a
as
dull moment over here at the old French Field, is there?
Yeah, just as good as a long pass. Life again for the Grizzlies. Pressure coming up the middle. Reeder tries to throw, takes it deep downfield. Got a man open. Ball a little underthrown. Tries to throw him back to the middle. And he's trying to hit Dylan Gaynor just a little short. Gave that defender time to close. Lopez, the kicker, also the safety, comes a long ways over and helps make the play. And incomplete. Ball was thrown about 50 yards in the air, though. And into a breeze.
Well, they only need one of those to kind of make this very interesting.
Yep. Got to have the first one. Back to throw, pressure coming up the middle, nowhere to go. Reeder steps up the pocket, down the middle, caught. Seam pattern, taken down about the 11-yard line. As he says, almost close to being a touchdown. Nice hustle across the way. I like to see Sidney Lynn down there, the receiver. He was all the way down there. He's telling everybody, get down here. We got to get a snap off. They're going to put the...
I don't know if you saw him throw that ball.
Yeah, that was
going full speed left.
Yeah, that was a lot of arm. I agree. Again, Lynn trying to get underneath, but jumped inside it. Just Jaden Smith again is just making play after play. He's taken the A receiver from the Grizzlies and stayed with him for most of tonight. That time he stayed inside and helped knock the ball down.
The issue with the passing, it stops the clock every time there's an incomplete pass. So
5:41 left in the game. Grizzlies trail by 17, 35-18. Desperately need a score here. Motion, rolls the right side, tries to look at the flat, steps back, got a man wide open in the corner, and late on the delivery, knocked down. I believe that was Lopez. Just took too long. He was there.
Fortunate it wasn't picked because it was up in the air long enough.
Yeah, and the ball again, they're throwing into a breeze from that end. As we look at the north end zone, the tape on the top of the uprights is moving pretty strongly into the field. And we look to the north end zone, and the flag and the tape's moving across. So the wind's just swirling pretty around. That ball just got held up by the wind, and as you said, Randy, that could have been one of those 100-yarders the other way. But incomplete. 3rd and 10 now, ThunderRidge. Reeder back to throw, steps, fires the corner, got a man wide open. Got lost in the shuffle. Touchdown, ThunderRidge. Nice throw, good catch.
Touchdown, number 3 for the Grizzlies.
Been very impressed with that young man tonight.
Yep.
Sidney Lynn. Every time he's had the ball, he goes over and hands it to the official.
Yeah. No posing, no extra.
Yeah, no cameras.
Yep. Refreshing. As you said, difference.
So Lampkin still have some work to do here.
Kick is up, and it is good. Makes it a 10-point game.
Bad break.
Yeah, on the punt. The punt that was trying to come up and make the play as you want to do as a receiver or returner. So now if you're the Lampkins, it's time for the All-State team. Get that all-hands team out there because you would expect an onside kick. It's got to be coming, although there's a lot of time left for 10 points, but the Lampkins haven't been stopped on offense yet this half either.
Say, you don't like your chances of stopping because they've got the ultimate player to run out of clock. And really, if you take very many chances, he can take it to the house. That's the one thing. You start trying to, grab the ball or do something like that, and before you know it, Mr. McKeon could be down in the end zone.
Yep.
So if you're ThunderRidge, you still got to tackle and wrap him up. It's not like the NFL. We don't have to tell everybody we're doing a onside kick, do we?
Nope.
Okay.
There's not the please and thank yous. They're announcing it. I think as you look at the angle, the kicker, and everything else going on right now.
I think it's going to the
Far side.
Yep, you think?
Unless he's got a pretty good left foot, plays a little of that soccer. This ball, big bounce, is going to do exactly what they wanted, but nice job coming up, securing the ball.
Onside kick taken by the Lampkins, number 10, Cam Smith.
Cam Smith, the junior.
You'll remember that one. That's
well, he did the right thing. He didn't wait for it. He went up and basically attacked the catch and brought it in, goes straight to the ground. And first and 10 Lampkins right at midfield. That was a really good kick. It took that big bounce that you want to have happen. Nobody from ThunderRidge was able to come across the line there or couldn't get to it in time.
Well, if they could have, if they could have been another second quicker where they could have knocked him out or something.
Yeah, just to dive through it or just tip the ball. Both teams with a full complement, 3 timeouts left. 5:25 left here, and this is all about can ThunderRidge stop the run. Straight man defense, 8 in the box.
What you don't want, or what I don't want to see, is getting tricky here.
Yeah.
Thinking.
Yep. Shifted around, tight end goes back up on the line now. And actually, a timeout's been taken. A little confusion there. They didn't want to give up 5. I like that call by Coach Yem and his staff. So timeout with 5:25 left and a 10-point lead. The Lampkins will talk about it. We'll be right back.
Let's go! Let's go!
Yep.
We're back here. Now they know what they're going to do.
Just being sure, no silly penalties this time of the game. Not worth it. You had 3 timeouts. Just be sure. Coach Yem and his staff got the guys back on the field. McKeon, left side, steps into a pile. Nowhere really to go. Great job by the Grizzlies. I mean, they knew what we knew, what everyone knew, is McKeon's going to get the ball. It's just what direction. And they stuffed it. But clock is running, and somewhere along the way, if you're the Grizzlies staff right now, you're talking about, okay, when do we take a timeout? We've got 3. Usually it's after second down. If you get 2 runs in a row, stop it. Otherwise, they're going to be under 4 minutes before they get a chance to even get to third down. Lampkins know they're going to take their time. Cranford just standing back there. Back judge starts his count. Sweep left side. Got the edge, stepping upfield, first down yardage, and some by McKeon into the secondary. 20,
he's gonna go.
10, 5, touchdown,
99.
Just treating the edge rush as his own. Randy went down, had one tackler who didn't really have a chance at his size and speed, and as he had that momentum going downfield, and nobody there on the back end, because they're all upside in tight trying to make a stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, that play has worked every time. That's the 3rd time they've run that play where he rolls out to one side, hands it off the other way, and it worked 3 times. And it worked the ultimate time that time for a touchdown.
Kick is up, and
great call.
Is good.
Great call back.
So 41-25, although not impossible, certainly makes it a
formidable
much bigger
task.
Number.
And Fort Collins, you say, well, they scored a lot. Well, this is their average, folks. They average 39 point something. So pretty play. That was such a pretty play. And like I said, that's the 3rd time they've run it.
Yeah, the play call was what you have seen them be successful with, but still, you see the burst, you see the stride, and then the power that came through it. He still was, one arm tackle and then one solid tackle attempt, but just shrugged it off.
That'd be close to 200 yards, I would imagine.
That might be. We're probably trying to be conservative as I was before there. I think I'm guessing is probably well above that. Because when you've had 2 or 3 runs in the 35 to 40 yards and a whole lot of 8s and 10s.
Well, you forget that one was over 50.
Yeah.
So
Lopez's kick this time low, driving, is going to hit the ground. Bounces a couple times, Lynn picks it up. One tackler goes by, but not the second one, taken down about the 23.
Well, they covered up when they needed to because that's the best coverage they've had the whole game on a long kick.
Yep. So Lampkins get the pick 6 from Souders and then has the comeback run, which pretty much you would think ice it. But we've seen crazy things on a football field, and it happens all the time, so you don't expect anybody.
And it usually happens with the Lampkins on the field.
And we've seen a lot of those, yes, we have. But ThunderRidge, knowing that they need to score quickly, back on the ball now on their own 24. Reeder with Anderson, who's left. Motion, top of your screen. Reeder looks to his left, steps downfield, fires one across the middle. And safety, there's a little bit of a collision, but the safety was deeper than the receiver. Both of them looking back, and the safety got a hand on the ball so that the receiver almost, that's one of those go up and try to make a play at it. I mean, they had it was kind of an accidental collision. It wasn't the safety coming down hard. He just ran to him because that's where the ball was at. So incompletion, 2nd and 10, 4:16 left here in the game. 42-25, the Lampkins do lead. First round playoffs here in 5A football. Dave Hoslong with Brandon McCoy. Ben on camera tonight, doing a great job. Beautiful but chilly night. Dry for November, we'll take it. Reeder quick bubble screen outside and dropped. Good release. Hit his receiver right in the numbers and just wanted to take off without the ball. You wonder why you throw a pass like that, but the Lampkins backing the linebackers off, the safety's a little deeper. Well, if you get one block and you've got open field running, that's that chance to get some momentum. Third and 10. Reeder rolls his left, trying to find his way, flips hips, throws up high. Hands on for a second by the receiver, but broken up at the end. I think that was Souders over there again.
That guy's had a great game.
Home side PA announcers.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Meanwhile, back to the field. Again, the flag has flipped directions again in the north end zone for about the 20th time, and it's standing straight out with the wind coming out of the north-northwest. And on a 4th and 10, Coach Madden says, you know what, there's still 4 minutes. Our last punt got us the ball back. Why not?
Yeah,
but you just can't give their offense a short field. If you have a hard time stopping them.
Well, you say, isn't this giving up? And it's like, well, I don't know.
No, I think it's
giving them the ball on the 20. It seems more giving up to me.
Yeah, I think this is just a smarter play. You had 3 incomplete passes, high snap, decent punt. Mosier's going to call fair catch at his own 43 and does bring it in. Nice job of going up and getting the ball. 2 impressive sophomores for the Lampkins, Randy, as you build for the next year. I mean, this is right now, but next year you've got Mosier on offense and Smith at corner on the other side. Getting a lot of time this year. And
but as every year, just like Fossil Ridge learned last year, you've got good seniors. You need to play them up so the underclassmen aren't going to get much time because. These seniors.
We've had the luxury of doing a little bit of both here for Lampkins. Like I said, last year, Fossil Ridge was an extreme example. They were loaded with seniors and a bunch of good ones, and it showed. But then that vacuum was hard to fill this year for them for sure. 1st and 10 now. Lampkins. McKeon takes ball right side. Goes forward for just a gain of 2 or 3, but clock still running. ThunderRidge has not used any of their timeouts yet.
I did see where Fossil Ridge had a receiver or something break some kind of receiving record, or
so a school record for receiving yards in career, single season. Yards and TDs.
With all those receivers they've had over the last 10 years that we've watched,
impressive.
Some of the best in the state.
Yep.
That's amazing. We'll get that gentleman's name, that man's.
Mix up in the backfield, and McKeon still gets 6. he and Cranford kind of ran into each other, and he just took it from him and plows ahead. Once again, McKeon's having a fantastic night. Done a lot on his own, shows his speed to the outside, Randy, but his power running has been part of it too. But you got to credit the guys between the tackles for the Lampkins. They've had an outstanding night blocking.
The Fort Collins quarterback has not had one of his best nights passing the ball, and but he's learned how to play the program tonight. I mean, really not learned, but he's done what he's done well, and has not thrown any picks.
Well, yeah, taking care of the ball is sometimes a big part of it. McKeon driving forward is going to get the first down yardage. And if you weren't sure, there it is. But just to talk about those guys that are out there in front doing the work for those Lampkins, the linemen are 75, Ryland Price, the senior. Mason Bandhauer, who is the Wyoming commit, the senior, the tackle, basically a strong side tackle. Porter Park, 55, and number 52, Truett Booth. And one of the things I still enjoy is that they've got number 68 there, and we don't have a 68 on our roster. McKeon right side gets the edge, turns up as the referee throws a flag out that right side. McKeon got about a 4-yard gain, but yeah, holding call brings him back. While we see that penalty being marked off and replay that down, Eli Swanson was the Fossil Ridge SaberCat receiver. Fantastic year in a school that's had some notable receivers and offensive play, touchdowns and yardage in a single season. Congratulations to Eli Swanson.
And we wish luck tomorrow at Wellington. Undefeated and looking to win a state title and has a legitimate shot at it. So we wish them good luck. Timnath, if they end up in their
well, as they move along, I said we could have a quarterfinals regional match. McKeon on the carry that time. I try and do some looking here, and I do find that Dworick is number 68 on Max Preps, so I'm hoping that is correct because he's been part of that. Barrett Dworick is listed 56 in the roster, but
I said new math.
Yeah. And most of that new math has been way beyond you and I for a long time. 1:15 here as the clock just continues to churn. Second and about 17 or 18, but if you're the Lampkins right now, it doesn't really matter. They actually don't need to get a first down. Handoff, Kean up the middle, bounces around. And one thing about a running play, not only does it take a while to take the play off running, but by the time you get everybody unpiled and the ball marked again, it's going to be 3rd and 12 with 45 seconds left, 44. And either way, now it's victory formation for the Lampkins.
So what a second half. Came out second half and
well, huge run again, sealed the day for the Lampkins. But boy, Souders with the interception, pick 6 right after the touchdown.
That was it.
And that would have been the dagger. And ThunderRidge, as well as they played at times tonight, just couldn't keep up with the scoring, and the defensive score was too much. And that ended here at French Field.
42-25, our final score. The Lambkins over Thunder Ridge. They will move on to the next round. And again, Wellington plays tomorrow. And this is our last football broadcast of the year. So we thank you so much for joining us here on PSD Athletics YouTube channel. For David Haas and for Ben on camera, this is Randy McCoy. We'll see you next time.